Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel today. My name is Christian and today we're here to talk about the new record from While She Sleeps. It is titled You Are We. It is their third studio record and the follow-up to 2015's Brainwashed. This band are one of the shining light in a pretty dull metalcore scene lately and are another band pushing just how great UK-based music is right now. Now, they released this record independently after they split ways with Sony just after the last record came out, and this record was crowdfunded, and I always love seeing bands do the independent thing because it just means they're earning the money. They're the ones who get to get the spoils after putting so much work into a record. And this is a really great metalcore record with some absolute anthems on there. Sure, sometimes they do fall into those generic holes that a lot of the other bands in the scene fall into, but it's not very often, and it really is just every once in a while. So let's get into it. Now, I feel very similar to this record as I did the Bury Tomorrow record that came out last year, and honestly, I never really expected to like another metalcore record of this style again. I feel like I'd kind of grown out of that genre of music, but I'm so glad to be proven wrong. This record just has something else to it that makes it stand out from the rest of that scene, and to have that little thing there, which I think I'll summarize throughout this review, is just something that a lot of these bands miss and is why that scene is slowly dying. First up, the songs are written impeccably, especially in the song structuring. There's a real progressive feel to the way that this band structure their songs. It's like they have that metalcore body to it while having the spine that holds it all together be this progressive thing, and they're really starting to master the journey songs that you never really know where they're going. A prime example of this is in the song Silence Speaks, where while there is repetition throughout the song, you never quite know where it's going, and it really progresses over its duration before it reaches its final climax. This is also shown in the title track, You Are We, where there is even less repetition. You do have more generically structured songs like Feel and Settle Down Society, but they truly are outliers on this record. There is a real sempiternal era Bring Me the Horizon influence on this record, and I'm really not just saying that because Ollie is on the record. There is just that real feel to it in certain sections throughout the record. You can really hear it in the heavy screamed sections of the title track, You Are We, as well as in the intros for Feel and Revolt. And the one that sticks out the most to me is in Feel, where the intro almost reminds me completely of the introduction to Empire. Speaking of Bring Me the Horizon, let's talk about Ollie's guest feature on this record. It's absolutely fantastic. The song Silence Speaks is already a really great song before Ollie comes in, but Ollie adds so much to it, and it's so awesome to hear him doing something heavy again. It really gives me hope that Bring Me the Horizon might do something heavy leaning again in the future, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I know that they're leaning down that more That's the Spirit direction, but if they did decide to do some more heavy leaning stuff again, it just suits Ollie's voice so much. Now to get into the instrumentals on this record, and I think the only place you can really start with this record is in the guitar playing. It's absolutely fantastic. There is some absolute mammoth riffing going on all the way throughout this record, as well as some really cool lead guitar playing. There is some absolutely brilliant riffing all the way throughout this record, especially on songs like You Are We, Wide Awake, and Revolt. But the lead guitar playing is really where the guitars shine on this record, in both the heavier sections and the softer sections. You get some heavier leaning lead guitar playing on songs like You Are We and Hurricane, but you also get some more blues leaning lead guitar playing on songs like Steal the Sun and Empire of Silence. The drumming on this record is also really impressive. While it is quite conventional, it does exactly what it needs to do for this record while still having some shining moments. It's the true backbone that this record really needed. And some of those highlights are just absolutely fantastic. The one that stands out to me the most is in the verses of Empire of Silence. But the true highlight for me on this record is within the vocal performances. This band really know how to write a great melody. They know when to use screams and when not to use screams. And they also know when to just have no vocals at all and just let the instrumentals do the work. I love how all three vocalists work together so well on this record, especially the two cleaner vocalists whose voices just blend so well together. And there are some absolutely massive choruses on this record that these vocalists write, especially on songs like Still the Sun and Silence Speaks. If there was something to gripe about on this record, it would be a lack of variety sonically throughout the record. There's a lot of just the same feeling all the way throughout. There are moments where they go into these softer ambient sections where I would have liked to have seen you flesh that out a bit more and experiment with that sound a little bit more. If it was only for one song, just to add that little breath of fresh air into the record is what I'm trying to say. And unfortunately, they don't do that. Finally, the production on this record has been done impeccably. I couldn't find who was the person who produced this record, but I have a really strong feeling that it was the band who did it, and if that's true, then they've done a terrific job. This record just sounds brilliant, and every element that this band have recorded on this record really makes its own impact in its own special way. Overall, this is a really, really great record from While She Sleeps, and absolutely the standout metalcore record that has come out so far this year. This band continue to grow and evolve, and I can't wait to see where they go from here. My top 3 tracks are going to be Steal the Sun, Silence Speaks, and Revolt, and I'm going to give this record a 3.5 out of 5. Anyway, what did you guys think about the record? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Did you like the record? Did you not like the record? Let me know down below. We're here to have a conversation about music, so let's do that. But if you're just going to fill up the comment section with hate and insults, just know I'm going to read your comments and laugh at how pathetic your life is. Anyway, thanks for watching my video today, guys. Please hit subscribe down below, and I will see you next time. Fresh Currents.